Have you ever wondered how car dealers make their money? Well, the truth may shock you. Car dealers are businesses, and like all businesses, their goal is to make a profit. But did you know that they actually make very little profit from selling the car itself? In fact, the profit margin on the car is typically only a few percentage points. So what's the secret? How do they really make their money? Well, it's not what you think. The biggest profit center for car dealers is actually the finance office, where they make around $42,000 per vehicle sold. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Add-ons. One of the most common ways that car dealers make money is through add-ons. These are extra products or services that are offered to you, the customer, at the time of purchase. And while many of these add-ons may seem like a good idea at the time, such as extended warranties, paint protection, fabric protection, and interior protection, they often end up being a waste of money. In fact, according to Consumer Reports, extended warranties are rarely a good deal, and other add-ons like paint and fabric protection are essentially useless. However, dealers often try to pressure customers into purchasing these add-ons, claiming that they are necessary or beneficial, when in reality they are just a way for the dealer to make more money. It's important to do your research and know which add-ons are worth it and which ones are just a waste of money. Many times you can decline these offers politely and move on to the next step of the process. Number 2. Hidden fees. Another way that car dealers make money is through hidden fees. These are charges that are not clearly disclosed or explained up front, leaving customers feeling surprised and taken advantage of. For example, some dealers may charge a documentation fee or a paperwork fee for processing the sale. But here's the thing, this fee is usually just a way for the dealer to make extra money and has nothing to do with the actual paperwork involved in the transaction. According to the National Automobile Dealers Association, the average documentation fee is around $700. That means that if you buy enough cars in your lifetime, you'll probably end up paying tens of thousands of dollars in documentation fees alone. On top of that, dealers may also charge a destination charge for transporting the car from the manufacturer to the dealership. But here's the thing, this charge has nothing to do with the dealer and everything to do with the manufacturer. In fact, the manufacturer sets the destination charge and the dealer just collects it. And finally, there are some dealers that may charge a market adjustment fee, which is essentially just a way for them to charge you more money because they can. According to Kelley Blue Book, market adjustment fees are often used as a way for dealers to capitalize on high demand and low supply situations, and they can vary widely depending on the dealer and the market. So be sure to read the fine print and ask questions about any fees that you don't understand. By doing so, you'll not only be able to avoid any unpleasant surprises, but you'll also be able to make a more informed decision about whether or not to buy the car. Number 3. High markup. One of the biggest ways that car dealers make money is through high markup. This is when they increase the price of a car beyond what it's worth in order to make a bigger profit. Now, you may be thinking that this is illegal or unethical. But the truth is that dealers are allowed to set their own prices and they can mark up cars as much as they want. They often use a number of tactics to justify their markup, such as claiming that they have to make a certain profit margin or that they have overhead costs to cover. But the reality is that they simply want to make as much money as possible. To avoid getting ripped off by a high markup, it's important to do your research and know the fair market value of a car before you go to the dealership. You can use online resources such as Kelley Blue Book or Edmunds to get an idea of what the car should be worth. Once you have a good understanding of the car's value, you can start shopping around at different dealerships to see who has the best price. Don't be afraid to walk away if you feel like the price is too high or the dealer's trying to take advantage of you. With a little bit of research and patience, you can find a car that fits your budget and avoid getting ripped off by a high markup. Number 4. Low trade-in value. Another way that car dealers make money is by undervaluing your trade-in. This is the car that you have to trade in when you buy a new one. Dealers often use a number of tactics to lowball you, such as offering you less money than your car is worth or adding hidden fees to the trade-in transaction. They may claim that your car has a lot of wear and tear, even if it's in good condition, or say that it's not worth as much as you think it is. Don't fall for these tricks. Do your research and know the value of your car before you go to the dealership. You can use online resources such as Kelley Blue Book or Edmunds to get an idea of what your car is worth. Once you have a good understanding of your car's value, you can start shopping around at different dealerships to see who offers the best trade-in value. Don't be afraid to walk away if you feel like the dealer is trying to lowball you or take advantage of you. With a little bit of research and patience, you can get a fair price for your trade-in and avoid getting ripped off. Number 5. Overpriced service. Finally, another way that car dealers make money is through overpriced service. This includes things like oil changes, tire rotations, and other routine maintenance tasks. Dealers often charge more for these services than independent repair shops because they can, not because they have to. They may claim that they have to use special equipment or that their technicians are more qualified than independent repair shops, but that's not always the case. In fact, many independent repair shops can provide the same services at a lower price. To avoid getting ripped off by overpriced service, shop around and compare prices before taking your car in for service. You can call around to different repair shops in your area to get an idea of what the cost will be. Don't be afraid to ask questions about the service and make sure you understand the price before you agree to anything. With a little bit of research and planning, you can save money on routine car maintenance and avoid getting ripped off by overpriced service. And those are just a few ways that car dealers make money. While it's important to be aware of these tactics, it's also important to remember that not all dealers are out to rip you off. There are plenty of honest and reputable dealers out there. Just do your research, be informed, and don't be afraid to negotiate. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about the car buying process, the better equipped you'll be to make a smart decision. So, before you head to the dealership, do your homework. Research the fair market value of the car you're interested in, get pre-approved for financing, and be prepared to negotiate. Don't be afraid to walk away if you don't feel comfortable with the deal. And if you do make a deal, make sure you read the fine print before signing anything. By following these tips, you can avoid getting ripped off and drive away in a new car knowing that you got a great deal. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you never miss out on future videos like this one. Thanks for watching.